guys, it's Tech, and today we're taking a look at the Asus Memo Pad 7. This is the first iteration of the tablet, and it can be identified as ME170CX. Today we have the Black Edition. The Memo Pad 7 is an entry-level tablet, so it's fairly inexpensive. I picked this up at Best Buy for $100, and its normal list price is $150. Packaging wise, it comes in a very simplistic box. Sort of resembles what you could call possibly an iPhone case or an iPod case. Very simplistic, so I think we might know where that came from. But any which way, you can see here it's very simplistic with the name and all that on the front. Fairly bland other than the color code on the side. Name on the top, nothing on the other side, and then some specs on the bottom. The specs of this tablet are a 3900 milliamp battery, a WLAN antenna, which is 802.11 BGNN, has a 3.5mm headset jack, Bluetooth 4.0, and a 2 megapixel camera. Some other specs of this tablet can be found on the back, and they include a GPS, 1 GB of RAM, an Intel Cloverleaf Trail Z2520 processor, which is a dual-core processor, a 1-cell 12.2 watt-hours battery, and Android 4.2, which is Android Jelly Bean. It also includes 16 gigabytes of flash memory and a 0.3 megapixel camera on the front. Now that we're done admiring the very nice Apple-like packaging, let's take a look at what's inside. But we're going to take my handy-dandy scissors here and carefully cut off the plastic area. Try to at least. Not doing a great job. Let's speed this up. Let's speed this process up. Make it a little easier. Okay, so now that's all unwrapped, you can see it's a top fold box. I'm gonna pull it open, and we have the tablet. It's got a rounded corner Asus tablet. It has, as I mentioned, the 0.3 megapixel camera on the front, which is not great quality, but it's still okay quality. I'm gonna pull this out here. I'm gonna pop the tablet out. Oh, just made a mess of everything. So, tablet's here. It's in a protective case, essentially, just made of thin plastic. We've got all our manuals, warranty guides in Spanish, English, French, and Chinese, I believe. And then our charger. There is no data sync cable brought with this tablet. Looking at the data ports on this tablet, there is a micro SD slot located right here on the top side, left hand side. There is a, hold on, here it is, the data sync plus power charging area on the top, and your 3.5mm headset jack. and that's pretty much it for ports. Buttons wise, all the buttons available are located on the right hand side, almost on a 45-degree behind, and it includes your power button on the lower section and then your volume buttons on the higher section. Looking at it, I really like the round display here on the corners. It really adds character to the tablet, and if you take a look closely, the edges are actually kind of wrapped around slightly onto the main body of the tablet, so it kind of adds a nice contour level to it. Keeping the plastic on this, we're going to turn it on and see if there's any juice in it. And there is some. See, you got the nice startup there. I'll leave that there for a second, just watch it boot up. As I mentioned, this is Android 4.2 Jelly Bean. Okay, and here we are in Android Jelly Bean. I left the plastic protector on it for a case of I'm not sure if this tablet will be staying with me. That's what this purpose of this is for, is to see whether it's worth keeping or not. So it's got the Android Jelly Bean constant scrolling set up. You can see it seems to be fairly zippy getting around, sort of like an iPod Touch sort of style theme. Right. Slightly slow at reacting to screen changes. Let's go to the desk where we can get a little bit better of a view of this awesome tablet. Scrolling through Android here, the homepage is fairly straightforward. It's classic Android Jelly Bean, and so you can put whatever apps you want all onto here and continue from there. It seems nice and zippy, not much of a delay at all, if any. I'm gonna go internet browsing here, load up Google here. You see it loaded Google fairly fast for the first time for a consumer tablet. So let's go for near the key sound is fairly loud for this tablet. Flip this on its side so you get a better angle. The low resolution of this tablet, a mere 1024 by 600 screen resolution, makes this tablet not very good for video watching. I found that I was squinting sometimes and often had my eyes hurting from the pixelized view that you sometimes get. As it can be seen here, the viewing angles of this tablet are not very good. And they quickly become almost impossible to see correctly, even at just the slightest angle. The speaker quality of this tablet is fairly good, though it has a single mono speaker across the top. It still provides a fairly decent audio quality. The buttons on this tablet are located on the back side of the tablet on a 45, and so I commonly found myself reaching for the side and then having to search around to try and find that button. And so half the time you'd end up pressing it to the side and it would not trigger the button. In the reflective test, you can see here that we've actually got a lot of reflective feedback off of this. It may be somewhat related to the plastic cover still being on it, but overall that shouldn't be too much of a major thing, especially when there's absolutely no lights on. It's a very naturally lit room. So to conclude, the Asus Memo Pad 7 is an entry-level tablet with a not so great camera, a okay processor, and a screen resolution that in some cases actually caused me to have headaches. But overall, for $100, it was a fairly good tablet. With plenty of power to get you through web browsing, emails, and so on. It seemed more so like an e-reader style thing than it would be an Android tablet, as it was easier to read text on it than it was to watch videos or anything. So, am I going to keep it? Probably not. Because I am a major video dude. I love watching videos, and it's like my career essentially. I mainly focus my devices towards having a good display that I can watch videos on. And the fact that I got headaches from this screen being such a low resolution, it just makes it not great for stuff that I like to do on it. Hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing and review of the Asus Memo Pad 7. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to be coming out with more switched up videos in the future. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff that you can down the bottom, and I will talk to you later. Peace.